Listen, you don't need a six-figure portfolio to sell options. Here are 5 of my favorite wheel strategy stocks that are literally all under 15 bucks. Let's go. Yo, what is going on, Premium Chasers? I hope you are having a God-blessed day. Today, every single person is going to get my new ebook called The Quad Option Strategy Blueprint, which is a much more in-depth guide on how to sell options the right way, combining the power of cash-secured puts, covered calls, dividends, appreciation sales, and more. So if you want that full blueprint, all you got to do is drop a comment down below on today's video to get your free copy. But guys, today we're specifically going to be talking about the 5 cheapest, right, wheel strategy stocks. Now, I don't like to look at them as cheap just because they're all under 15 bucks, but I know a lot of you that tune into this channel, right, you don't necessarily have a six-figure portfolio, right? And that's okay. You could still get into selling options. So let's get into it. So the first one is Snap, right? The first Snap just got onto my radar here recently. You guys may, if you follow every single video that I launch here, which you better be watching every single video. What you doing? Click all the ads. Get the boy paid, right? But in all seriousness, Snap recently got on my radar again. I did lose a good amount of money on this many years ago, but Snap has been really, in my mind, a fantastic play. And the big thing that really got it brought onto my radar is because it pays their creators so much more than every other platform, even more so than YouTube. I'm not going to go down that whole rabbit hole, but let me show you guys Snap a little bit. Obviously, currently trading around $8.50. Let's go take a look at what kind of options we're getting. Now, the unfortunate reality is, guys, when you are starting at a smaller scale, you're getting into more riskier stocks. It's just the reality of this situation. Most of the premiums are going to be juiced up, right? But with juiced up premiums comes a lot more risk, and that's just the way it is. But, right, you're only a small portfolio until you're not, right? Like whether you're adding more money, you're reinvesting, whatever you're doing. And the cool thing about the quad option strategy is stability kind of grows, right? So let's say you're doing crazy riskier stuff, and it's just, and then you're going up to like not risky, not risky, right? And eventually you get to a point where you could just like do the spy wheel and just relax, right? Or do like, some very boring stuff where you're only looking at like a 0.8 or 0.5 ROI on your collateral, right? And it's a lot more safer plays. But let's go over here and take a look at SoFi. I'm just going, let's just go out 30 to 45 days are normal. We'll go 39 days here for this example, and we can see here's our options chain, right? So right here, we could see not SoFi, we could see Snap, right? For the $8 puts, currently trading at $8.50, we would collect $29 of premium. I always like to put everything in my cash secured put calculator, guys. I need things just visually showing, because I swear even an options chain, when I look at it, sometimes confuses me, right? So if we only had, let's say, $1,000, right? And we're like, you know what? I want to just try this whole selling options thing. I love Snapchat, perfect. Let's see it. Now, obviously, all these premiums, guys, everything I'm showing you here is educational example only. I'm not a financial advisor. These are only the premiums I'm seeing at the time of this recording. So go do your own research and due diligence, but your numbers will look completely different when you look at it. So with that said, we're going to put $800 essentially on the line here for a premium return of 3.63%, right? And that is in a 39-day period. I always like to see my annual return here. Obviously, we're not going to do this trade. I mean, there's a chance we do it 9 times through the year, and that's what our return would be, and that's fantastic, okay? But if you don't know what the risks are, I'm assuming you kind of already understand the wheel strategy if you click this video, but just so everybody is brought up to speed, listen, no one's left behind here, right? If in 39 days, SoFi dropped, or Snap, I keep saying SoFi, I swear I see the S and I see SoFi. I trade too much SoFi, guys. I'm just too into it. Forewarning. So in 39 days, if a Snap is above $8, let's just say it's traded sideways at $8.50, your contract would expire worthless. Your $800 would be returned back to you to then run the play again on another opportunity or on the same thing, whatever you want to do, right? That premium that you're given, this $28, is given to you up front though. Okay. Now, let's say 39 days rolls around and Snap is trading at $7. Well, you're buying your 100 shares at $8. Now, there are management strategies. I can't stress this enough, guys. Listen, the wheel strategy sounds simple, and it is, right? For the most part, it's a simple, really not a super active trading strategy, but it's like anything in life. You can always take it to the next level, and building confidence and management is so key. All the different options for rolling and closing your position early, all that stuff is so important. Okay, cannot stress it enough. Management of the wheel is so important. So decent premiums here, and then we also have decent premiums premiums on our covered call sides as well. And that's what I'm looking for. When I'm looking at these cheaper stocks, I want to make sure that I'm able to get in and out of them. Now, some stocks are better than others. Snap is decent, all right? I wouldn't say it's a heavily traded stock like some of the others that I'll show you, right? But we still have lots of opportunities in here as well, okay? And we have some decent expirations here that we can choose from. With these kind of stocks, though, I'm usually going 30 to 45 days out pretty much every time because I want to have some really nice premium as well, okay? So next stock we're going to get into is Upwork. Upwork, I love it. This one, okay, is at 1535. I understand it's supposed to be under 15, but the options on it are going to get you right under or 15 or right at 15, okay? So taking a look at our options chain, and this is one I actually started looking at a lot more recently. I'm a huge Upwork user, guys. Pretty much any single person I hired to help me with like business or tasks or anything like that, I've hired from Upwork. So I am a big believer in this stock. Obviously, go do your own due diligence and research. But if we go to the sell put and we go out, about 39 days, we can see what kind of premiums we're going to be getting here. Upwork, unfortunately, you're not going to see a ton of volume on a stock like this, and you're gonna see this a lot with these quote unquote cheaper, more cost-effective stocks. It's just the reality of the situation, guys. It's just the way it is. But that's okay. That doesn't mean that we still can't sell options on them, right? Now, for example, the $15 put, obviously just trading at 1536 right now, right? So 15 is a possibility. Now we can go do some basic technical analysis on this. Let's go over to Upwork's technicals right here. And we can go take a look. I always like to go look at 6 months. I'm more of a long-term investor, so if I get stuck holding, I don't mind. You could see it did drop back in April down to this $11 range, and kind of had a nice recovery since then, as we've seen across the board. But we could see we don't really see many options, pun intended, under $15 right now, and that's occasionally going to happen with these cheaper stocks. But with that said, you see the $15 put as our example here, that we would collect $55 of premium on this one. Now, we're going to lock up a little bit more money. We're going to lock up $1,500 exactly on this for a nice, healthy return here as well. Some of you guys will argue with me about this return. You're like, Pete, you're locking up $1,500 for $55, and I'm like, and you're like, that's such a waste of time and money. I'm like, bro, good luck to you. Good luck to you, right? I can't stress it enough. Anything like this is already, in my opinion, really risky. Like a 3.67% return on your ROI is risky. The more not risky stuff, where you want to get like 1 to 2% return, is going to usually require a little bit more of your money, right? It's just the way it is, or a more higher traded stock, right? You're just going to have less premium up front. You got to figure out your goals for yourself, okay? So moving on to our next one, and this is one of our favorites here on the channel, and that is Ford, all right? I know a lot of y'all hating on me, but this is one of my favorite quad option strategy stocks. We got a fantastic dividend on this, so I don't mind holding this thing. I love trading a Ford when it's under 10, man. Like, I just love it because it just, again, look, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just usually have been doing this a lot, and I've, traded like a certain stocks a lot, and you just got to get this sense about them. And whenever I see Ford under 10, I'm like, dude, this is going to be short-lived. That's just me. Again, go do your own research and due diligence. But you'll start getting that when you build your core watch list. It's like, you're like, I've seen this story before. I've seen this thing play out before. And again, it's like a gut feeling. Like I call it, it's like the gut technical, right? Because it's all bullshit. Like, let's be honest. Technical analysis, Greeks, all of it. Nothing knows what the stock market is going to do. Nobody knows. Nobody. But with that said, Ford, I like Ford, because again, if I get stuck with it, I don't really worry about it. I believe in Ford long term, and I'm going to collect the dividend and covered call premiums as well. So let's go take a look at the put premiums, what we're getting right now. Not a great day for it, since we're already at close to 1050 on this thing. Going out to our 39-day expiration, looking at the $10 puts right here, collecting about $19 in premium, right? And you're putting up about $1,000, right? So a lot less, right? A lot less here. Why is it a lot less? Well, because guys, when stocks are going up, right, and you could see forward is going up. It just crossed over its a 200-day moving average, working towards its 300-day moving average. It's getting into territory where its covered calls are better than the cash secured puts. Rule of thumb, guys, the kind of like blanket statement: when you're at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, sell your cash secured puts. When you're towards the top of the Bollinger Band, sell your covered calls. Why do we do that, right? Well, when we're doing cash secured puts, let's say, when forward is at like 850 or 870, whatever, in April, you could have gotten like the 850 puts or $8 puts and got a really great ROI on your collateral, right? And then probably closed it out literally like 2 weeks later because we had it was the longest bear market of all time, guys, right? Yeah, everybody was freaking out, man. People were on the streets. And my goodness, man, the longest bear market. If you survived the bear market of April, let me know in the comments. But yeah, so that's usually a good time to do your cash secured puts, and then again your covered calls at the top, because then you get to maximize your appreciation sale if you get assigned. All right, so next one we're going into, you already know, it's Upwork. I'm going to mention this one only just briefly. Up over down about 3% today. This thing has been very tight for the past few months on the spread. And you guys already know I'm a big honest fan. So when I can, I'll sell some puts on it if they're available. Again, not a super traded, crazy traded stock here. So you got to kind of take what you can get with an honest. But it's a $5 stock again, and it's a product that we are very high believers in, at least in my family and all of our friends' families as well. And then our last one. I feel like I have to mention it every day. I'm just so all in on SoFi, guys. Listen, go use the app. Listen, this is not about like dropping affiliate links or anything. I could easily drop my affiliate link in this video and tell you to go sign up with my thing, and I get $75 from you. Listen, that's not about it. This is not what this channel is about. I don't need your $75, okay? But with SoFi, right, I'm a big believer in it, all right? And I think the only way that you're going to be a believer in it is if you actually go use it, all right? Go use it, see how it works. A lot of you invest in products that you have never even used yourself or understand their business models or anything like that whatsoever. And I think that is why you've probably had some pretty big losses that you maybe haven't recovered from. Never invest. At least in my opinion, I don't invest in things I don't understand, right? I just don't like to. If I've never used the product, I don't really understand it at all, I'm not going to get involved in it in my opinion at all. Guys, if you want the full quad options blueprint, I just rewrote this ebook. Drop a comment down below. I'll personally respond to you. Also, if you are somebody that wants a more handheld approach on the quad option strategy, and you want to be in an amazing group of high net worth individuals all doing the same thing Monday through Friday, take the link down below in the description of today's video. There's 2 requirements for this. Number 1, unfortunately, guys, when selling options, as you guys know, the more money you have, the better things kind of work out for you. So you want to have some sort of stability in your life, have a job, have an actual portfolio. My recommendation is at least, at the bare minimum, having at least a $10,000 portfolio. Honestly, you should probably have closer to $50,000 per month. And second, you can't be toxic. We only want to have people here that can all actually get together on a daily basis, right? And like mastermind together, right? I've learned so much, right, from just this group myself that has taken my option selling to another level, just absolutely another level. Because I was always siloed doing this stuff for myself, and I was like, you know what, if I'm going to do this, and when I started this channel, if I'm going to do this, I want to do this and like make friends, make acquaintances, do live events together, right? Like, and just be friends, right? Like that's the point, because a lot of us on a daily basis don't really have people that we could nerd out about this stuff. And I don't know if you're anything like me, drop an amen in the comments. Like I could talk, I'd literally. Who else talking their wife's ear off all day about this, right? I am. I surely am, and definitely am. And baby Noah for sure is getting his earful as well. But guys, in all seriousness, click the first link in the description of today's video, guys. Remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.